evening's video. Now I quickly want to preface saying how you guys have been saying how the volume sounds a lot quieter since filming with this backdrop, and I think it might just be like how close I am to the mic and whatnot, because when I was at my desk sitting down, I think I was a lot more closer to the mic all the time, so it felt a lot more intense, and the mic picked up more basically. But I think now, because I'm typically speaking from around here, I think it sounds a little bit quieter, so I will definitely play around in Premiere Pro, see if I can like up the levels, like the decibels and whatnot, to make it louder for you guys, because that seems to be what we want, so I'll definitely try and fix that for you guys. So today we're back with another G Fuel, another G Fuel review, but not of one product, but of two. Today we have Maiden's Blood and Nemesis D, the Battle of Resident Evil, Resident Evil 8 Village, and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Resident Evil 3 Remake, I should say. So, I picked these both up, not at the same time. I picked Maiden's Blood up first, and you might have actually seen this tub if you watched the pulling triggers out of your ear video. That was quite a funny video, I think it was quite fun, so go and watch it if you haven't seen it already. And I just picked it up because I saw it had restocked, because it was a limited restock. And when it comes to limited restocks, they don't always stick around. So I got it, like I think at the end of October. And they sold out just before the most recent Pogo, I'm pretty sure, so I'm very happy I got my hands on it, because as you can see, it is a lot taller than your typical G Fuel tub. In fact, it is 60 servings from your typical 40 serving tubs. And so if you don't know much about Resident Evil, it is a survival horror game where you pretty much go through these terrible scenarios basically. Because I don't want to say too much about these games and like kind of give it away, but Resident Evil 8 is set in Europe, and you go searching for your daughter who's been kidnapped basically, and you run into such characters as you see on the top right here. This is a lady, Dimitrescu, I think that's how you pronounce her name. I've seen many different pronunciations, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it. And she was kind of like the figurehead of this game. She was the main promotion for the game, and it kind of all comes down to the size and shape of her figure, to put it lightly. And so that is what actually inspired the ginormous size of this tub, was just the absolutely grotesque size of this woman right here. Not in a demeaning way, not as in a like that sort of size. I mean like how tall she is. She is grotesquely tall. And so it kind of became like a meme. So then G Fuel took it upon themselves to make an extra tall tub, which they've never done before. And I just thought it's just quite funny, really. It's kind of for jokes. And they do actually have a normal 7 size with some different artwork. Here we have Lady Dimitrescu in her castle, and this is like the main lobby area. So the place that kind of connects, sort of like the pathways in the castle which you take. It's the first, well, I say first area. It's one of the first areas which you encounter in the game. Probably actually the best place in the game, and in my opinion, I do really like the castle, Lady Dimitrescu's castle. And yeah, a lot of the time here you'll see her talking to her 3 daughters about something or something else, and you can hear her talking about, and she kind of, this is where she follows you around. She acts as the stalker character. So in Resident Evil we have these stalker characters which kind of just follow you around the map, and if they get too close to you, well then they will most likely kill you. So you have to keep your distance from her at all times, because she has these massive claws for fingers. She just kind of swipes at you. But the thing with these stalker characters, they move very, very slowly. So yeah, I think that, yeah, that's enough talking about the game. What is Maiden's Blood? So basically, they're kind of like vampires. Well, they're vampires, and so they, harvest men to create Maiden's blood. Maiden's blood, which inspired the G Fuel drink. And so Maiden's blood consists of watermelon, bear, and lychee, which I found to be a very interesting combination. Sounds rather exotic. And on the other hand, with the other flavour, it is just your normal G-Fuel tub size. Inspired by Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. And on the front we can see our main character that we play, Jill. We see Carlos, and then we see the Nemesis himself. And this is actually a reskin design. This was gone for ages from the G4 website, so I'm very happy it came back because I've only had this twice in packet forms. So I'm really excited to actually get myself a tub of this, because it was actually a really widely popular flavour, but they vaulted it for the longest time. So great to see it back, really happy. So yeah, I picked it up the day it came out. And I had quite a few points saved up, so it was pretty cheap as well. Cashback. And essentially, Nemesis tea is lemon iced tea. Sorry, I have my Xbox on. I forgot that was going to happen. Let me turn that off. So yeah, this is lemon iced tea. Very, very good flavour. But when talking about flavour, because I have tried these obviously, there's some other flavour which I'm going to talk about. Because I don't know. Actually, I don't know if this has changed a little bit. Because of course there's a reskin, not a total change on the flavour. So it will most likely be the same. But just in case there might be differences, so I'll point them out if I do sense any. And then yeah, with Resident Evil 3, basically you're just trying to escape Raccoon City, which you can see in absolute just on flames, burning, blowing up in the background. And you play as Jill, a member of STARS, who is actually kind of like researching and investigating Umbrella being like the main corporation behind all of like the disasters in the Resident Evil series. And then you find Carlos actually is with Umbrella and kind of work together to like kind of escape Raccoon City and save yourselves basically, because there's kind of no hope left of Raccoon City. And you basically have Nemesis acting as like the tyrant character, the stalker character, although I don't think he's as good as other stalker characters. He's not as good at Jack Baker, Mr. X, and of course Lady Dimitrescu. I think the best being Mr. X. Resident Evil 2 remake was perfection. Resident Evil 2 was perfect. Resident Evil 3 remake, whilst it was good, there was just something off about it, and I don't know, I prefer like the looping gameplay that you see with most other games. Resident Evil 3 wasn't all that looping, it was very much go from one place to another, move on. There were looping mechanics, but very minimal. And I say that, yeah, I absolutely adore Resident Evil 4, which is very much progression. Resident Evil 4 is fantastic. I'm playing my playthrough of that right now. Absolutely love the game. Really hope when the remake is officially announced, we might get a flavour with it as well. That'd be pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, the game, whilst being good, probably the weakest Resident Evil that I've played, but still is around like 8 out of 10 for me. It's like all the Resident Evil games are like amazing. And I do have Resident Evil 1 installed, but I need to play it. I'm going to play it after I finish Resident Evil 4. So very much looking forward to that. So yeah. I think really we'll just get into the taste test. I have poured these out already just because it would have been a bit of a hassle and a bit of a faff to try and sort it all out. So I've done it pre-preparation, and we're just going to go straight into it. We're going to forget about smelling the powder or not. We're here for the drinks. We're here for the taste. So this right here is Nemesis tea. I've actually got some ice in here for once, because typically when I do my G-Fuel, I just can't be bothered to go get ice. So yeah, no, I do actually does produce a dark red. It looks a lot light on camera just because of like the ring light. But yeah, in person, it's kind of a dark red, almost edging like a brown sort of colour, which kind of makes sense because tea, of course, being, you know, a primarily brown colour, it makes sense for it to be like a dark red, you know, almost a brown. So yeah. And of course, I think, yeah, for the dark red, because of course Resident Evil is a gory and bloody game series, so they kind of want to fit the theme and go with more of a reddish look. So yeah, this actually just came in today, so this will be my first time trying it from the tub. Actually, I'll give you a quick look at Maiden's blood. This is Maiden's blood. It is a lot lighter, a lot more piercing red. And if you're wondering why I've got tissue, I've actually cracked this shaker because I've dropped it one too many times. So just got to be a little bit careful with it. So yeah, I mean, yeah, plastic's plastic. If you drop it, it's gonna break. So that's why I'm very grateful. In fact, G-Fuel actually sent me this shaker when they sent me Cadcorn and some other bits. So big up G-Fuel. They're an amazing company. Definitely recommend purchasing with them. Not sponsored. Didn't tell me to say that. I just generally think they're a great company. So yeah, side by side comparison, you can definitely tell a lot more how much red this one is, how much more dark red brown this looks. So I think we'll start out with Nemesis 2. Pop the cap. Oh yeah, we'll get a smell of it real quick in the liquid form. Okay, yeah, and that is what I expect from Nemesis D. To me, Nemesis D is pretty much a less sweeter version of Hype Sauce. I think that. I think a lot of other people agree with me as well. You definitely get, like, if you really get a strong smell, you do definitely get that lemon tea, but there's also some sort of like raspberry tone that comes with it. I don't know, maybe because I'm very used to, you know, Hype Sauce and that lemonade taste. But yeah, you can really, okay, yeah, it is fairly different from Hype Sauce. Hype Sauce is a lot more sweeter. There's definitely more tea influence. Anyways, cheers. Man, that was good. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay. That is good. And you know what? It does, for me, it does feel a little bit different now. To me, you know, I was just saying it reminds me of Hype Sauce. That is kind of changed a little bit. That is a lot less of that sweetness, raspberry sort of taste that I got with the packets. And I feel a lot more of the lemon, and the tea comes through. The lemon is very much, you know, accentuated as a real lemon sweetening, not a lemonade, but, you know, lemon extract. A lemon drizzle. And yeah, you can taste the tea. It's not like actually drinking pure tea. No, it's kind of like, you know, when you drink like Lipton's iced tea. That's sort of what you're getting with this. That's good. I've got to be careful not to drink over the halfway line, because I'm going to be drinking that one as well, so I don't overload myself. But man, this one's good. Man, seriously good. I guess you can say there's a little kick of sweetness from the lemon, but it's not like an artificial candy sweet. It is just a sweet, natural sweet that you get from lemons on their own. as any time of the year. I know it's like iced tea, you typically have it to like cool down, but man, I'm going to be enjoying this throughout really. Yeah, it's really good. And then beef it on to Maiden's Blood. And then we're going to compare and get a verdict on which one I prefer. Maiden's Blood, give a bit more of a shake. Pop it. Yeah, this one, you get hit with a very strong watermelon, like a candy watermelon though, not a real fruit watermelon. It's a very strong smelling, very, very strong. So yeah, really just get hit with that candy watermelon. As for taste, cheers. Oh, apologies, sorry, that was a bit too intense. Very different flavours, and you might be thinking, well, then why comparing them? Because they're both Resident Evil, so I thought, why not? Yeah, I do really, really like Maiden's Blood as well. The main sort of flavour you get is that candy watermelon. That is the first hidden flavour. Then it gets toned down with the pear and the lychee. And what's weird is that, of course, watermelon is like this candy watermelon, but the pear and the lychee are like real fruit tasting flavours. So it is a very bit of an odd blend, and like the real fruit tasting flavours kind of blend it together, kind of tone down the drink, which is quite nice. So the aftertaste you have is in this like really strong, hidden, lingering taste. It's this really calm, soft taste. You can easily drink more and more of it. It may sound stupid, but that makes sense to me, really. Apologies for the background noise. People are beeping about. And to me, I've never actually had lychee before, and I suppose many of you haven't had as well. And basically, what I sense from the lychee and pear, to me, it tastes like pear and grape. And I was talking to Bella about it, and she said lychee before, and she described it as a skinless grape. She said it tasted like grape. So I'm guessing they did a really, really good job with the lychee, because you know I can taste grape. Apparently it tastes like grape, close to the grape family. So yeah, I think I pretty much do like lychee. I do actually want to try some real lychee, like real fruit lychee, to see how it compares. But yeah, I really like the combination of flavours. It is a bit more of your exotic G Fuel. I can't see everyone liking this one, really. I can see more people favouring a Nemesis tea because it is more of a universal flavour. Then yet again, tea isn't the most favoured flavour of all. I mean, here in the UK, I mean, of course I like it. I like tea, so, but yeah. It definitely goes from the exotic side. It definitely has some sort of weird hitting tastes on your taste buds. I've seen people describe it as bug spray. Not too sure what they're on about there. It's like, it does have that sort of like potentness to it, but I wouldn't say it tastes anything like artificial spray or like bacterial spray. People described it as sort of like floral tasting. I kind of see what they mean by that. It does seem fairly floral, especially the lingering aftertaste, the smoothness of it with the pear and the lychee. Not that it tastes like grass, or something like that, but if you can imagine Eden, what a plant would taste like, that's what I would imagine it to taste like, really. But yeah, two completely different flavours. I'm gonna just have a couple more sips of Nemesis tea, just to can't compare them. Man. It's close, to say the least. It is close. as they're kind of described really well. Maiden's blood, it's not going to taste like blood now, but it, you know, could sort of look like it, not in this light, but you know, but I'm really struggling to think which one I prefer. I think Nemesis tea is going to top the cake here. I think I'm going to opt for Nemesis tea. The reason being, I think I can see myself enjoying this flavour more often and it being in my rotation more. Like sometimes I think like my time with Maiden's Blood so far, I mean I've been drinking it quite a lot because it is a new flavour and I do really like the flavour, but I see myself over time really only try having it when like I really fancy it, because it is a very strange taste, strange in a good way. It's a particular tasting taste, which I can only see myself fancying at certain times. But with Nemesis tea, it's just lemon tea, lemon iced tea, and I can enjoy this anytime really. In terms of scoring, I think Nemesis tea gets a 8 point. Let's give it 8.8, 8.9. I feel like that's a good balance. Of course, I don't want to rate these flavours too high, and then after a while I'll be like, they're not as good. So I feel like that is a good middle ground to go with so far. It could easily move up, it could move down. I can't see moving down, but I can only really see this flavour moving up the more I have it over time. Because it really is, it is such a nice flavour, just lemon tea. You can't go wrong with it. You can't go wrong. Maiden's Blood, still really good. This flavour for rating probably like an 8.4, 8.5. Yeah. To be fair, I can't see that going up anymore. I feel like that's probably the peak that Maiden's Blood can get to. It might go down to like an 8 maybe, but for now, like 8.4, 8.5 for Maiden's Blood. More of your exotic, kind of experimental G Fuel, which I think works really well, but it can be odd with the watermelon tasting sort of candy. Like I feel like it would have worked better if the watermelon was pure like fruit tasting, and it would have like complemented the pear lychee a lot more and made it, you know, more easier to drink. Not that it's hard to drink, but for some people I can see it putting them off just a little bit, because people say that's what the potent taste is, the one that really kind of puts them off. Yeah, I say that Nemesis tea takes the crown here. And as for type of designs, I think for top design I would have probably to give it Maiden's Blood though, just because, you know, it is a bigger tub, it's a meme, it's just a funny tub design. Like the tub design for the new reskin is fantastic, but this is just funny. I just love this tub. It's the most unique tub I have as well. So yeah, but yeah, absolutely love this reskin. It looks so good. So yeah. In terms of which game is better, I don't think there's any competition. Resident Evil 8 is obviously the better game, obviously. There's no question about that. So yeah, really hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm very energized now because I've been very slumbered all day. I've been working on my portfolio for my film course, and I only got like less than 5 hours of sleep last night, so now I've got energy to actually do stuff. But I couldn't drink it before I did my essay because I needed to get that done before I record it. Anyways, really hope you guys did enjoy this video. It has some entertainment from it. Just had a bit of fun. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. You guys, both these. No, I was about to say both of these are available at G Fuel only. Only Nemesis tea is available. Well, it was the winner, so maybe that's what you want to go for more. Because yeah, like I said, the Maiden's Blood was only a limited restock. It could come back again, but who knows? It might be the smaller tub version. So you know, yeah, just kind of keep on checking the website, you know, Instagram and whatnot, see if it comes back, because I do recommend having this flavour. Very unique flavour, a good one to the collection to kind of like spice things up a little bit if you want a different, you know, sort of taste to go with. So yeah, watching this